In the heart of the Middle East stands a man shrouded in mystery, feared by enemies, worshipped by loyalists, and invisible to most of the world. He doesn't flaunt his power, but he controls an empire worth billions. He doesn't run for office, but no decision in Iran is made without his word. From secret financial networks to nuclear brinkmanship, this is the untold story of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader, and the most powerful man you've never truly known. Inside the life and empire of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader. 1. From the shadows of poverty to the pinnacle of power, Ali Hosseini Khamenei was born in 1939 in Mashhad, Iran's holiest city. His family lived in a small, dimly lit home, just 65 square meters. His father was a poor cleric, known for his piety but not for wealth. The young Khamenei grew up in modesty, studying Islamic law and memorizing the Quran under candlelight. Bread and raisins were often the only food on the table. But Khamenei was ambitious. He studied under the most prominent Shia scholars of the time, including the future revolutionary leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. That connection would become the foundation of his future ascent. He was imprisoned multiple times by the Shah's secret police, SAVAK, for his political and religious dissent. 2. Revolution and rise. In 1979, the Shah was overthrown. Iran transformed into an Islamic republic, led by Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei. Khamenei was appointed to several key positions during the chaotic post-revolution years: Tehran's Friday prayer leader, defense minister, and later president of Iran from 1981 to 1989. While he lacked charisma, he was seen as loyal, pragmatic, and ideologically aligned with Khomeini's vision of Vilayat-e-Faqih, the rule of the Islamic jurist. Then in 1989, everything changed. Khomeini died. The assembly of experts needed to appoint a new supreme leader. Ali Khamenei was not a marja, a requirement for supreme leadership. He didn't hold the highest clerical title. But rules were bent. He was quickly granted the clerical elevation required, and the constitution was amended. Thus, Ali Khamenei, a man seen as second-tier by Iran's clerical elite, became the most powerful figure in Iran. 3. Supreme power. More than just a title as supreme leader, Khamenei holds absolute authority over all state affairs. He commands the military, including the feared Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. He appoints judges, generals, and even the heads of major media outlets. He controls foreign policy and nuclear strategy. And crucially, he can veto laws and override decisions made by elected officials. While Iran has presidents and parliaments, the true center of gravity is the office of the supreme leader. Under Khamenei, Iran became less revolutionary in rhetoric, but more entrenched in security-based authoritarianism. The IRGC expanded its role, not just militarily, but economically and politically. It became a state within a state. 4. The web of wealth. Banyuds an empire. Though Khamenei publicly promotes a life of modesty and piety, his financial empire tells another story. A 2013 Reuters investigation exposed a vast conglomerate called Setad Ejraya Farmain Hazrat Emam, or simply Setad. This shadowy organization, under Khamenei's direct control, holds real estate, banks, telecoms, oil and gas contracts. Pharmaceutical. Setad's estimated value? Over $95 billion. Unlike public sector entities, Setad answers only to the supreme leader. It seizes properties, often under the guise of religious endowments or legal disputes, and quietly grows its assets. Khamenei's personal net worth remains unverified, but insiders suggest it runs into billions of dollars, hidden through trusts, clerical institutions, and military-industrial networks. 5. The iron grip. Political purges and control. Khamenei is a master of survival. He has outlasted 6 U.S. presidents, multiple Israeli prime ministers, and various internal rivals. He consolidated power through careful political engineering. He neutralized reformists, like former President Mohammad Khatami. He sidelined rivals, including Ali Akbar Hashemi Rafsanjani, once seen as a kingmaker. Presidential candidates are vetted by the Guardian Council, whose members he appoints. Dissent is crushed via the Basij, IRGC, and Iran's vast surveillance apparatus. Protests, like the 2009 Green Movement and the 2022 Masa Amini uprising, have been met with violent crackdowns, internet blackouts, mass arrests, and executions. Despite that, opposition persists. But under Khamenei, Iran has transformed into a theocratic security state. 6. The nuclear gambit and global influence. Iran's nuclear ambitions have defined Khamenei's international legacy. He views nuclear capability as both a bargaining chip and a deterrent. Despite his fatwa declaring nuclear weapons un-Islamic, Iran has pushed its uranium enrichment to near weapons-grade levels. Khamenei remains deeply suspicious of the West. He famously labeled the US as the Great Satan, and has consistently opposed rapprochement with Washington, even when reformist factions pushed for peace. Under his watch, Iran funded Hezbollah, Houthi rebels, and Syrian militias, clashed with Israel, directly and via proxies, withstood crippling sanctions, though at immense economic cost. Khamenei's goal is clear: preserve the Islamic Republic at all costs and expand Shiite influence across the Middle East. 7. Health, succession, and the road ahead. Now in his mid-80s, questions about succession loom large. Khamenei reportedly suffers from prostate cancer, though Iranian media remains silent on his health. His son, Mojtaba Khamenei, has quietly risen in influence. Mojtaba controls parts of the IRGC and has deep connections to the clerical elite. Critics fear Iran may become a hereditary theocracy, passing supreme power from father to son. Other candidates include hardline clerics close to the IRGC. But the truth is, no one wields Khamenei's combination of legitimacy, loyalty, and strategic cunning. His eventual death could trigger a power struggle, both within the regime and across Iran's streets. 8. A polarizing legacy. To his supporters, Khamenei is the guardian of the Islamic Revolution, a scholar warrior who defied the West and protected Iran's sovereignty. To his critics, he is an unelected autocrat who has bankrupted Iran, suppressed democracy, and crushed generations of Iranian dreams. Under his rule, Iran became militarily bold, yet economically stagnant. Censorship soared, but so did youth disillusionment. The clerical class grew wealthy, while the average Iranian struggles with inflation, unemployment, and sanctions. Even within the clerical establishment, many question how sustainable the current system is. 9. Closing thoughts. The man behind the curtain, Ali Khamenei, is not flashy. He doesn't drive sports cars or flaunt palaces. His power lies in networks, ideology, and fear. His speeches are dense, religiously coded, and often cryptic. But behind the beard and black turban is a man who mastered the art of political survival, turning a revolutionary republic into his personal fiefdom. For over 3 decades, he has ruled Iran from the shadows, rarely giving interviews, never leaving the country, and always watching. As Iran heads into uncertain territory, plagued by economic hardship, generational change, and geopolitical pressure, one thing is certain: Ali Khamenei's shadow will loom over Iran long after he is gone. For over 30 years, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has ruled Iran with an iron hand and divine authority. A man of faith, who controls fortunes. A revolutionary, who became a monarch in all but name. His power is vast, his influence undeniable, but as age and unrest close in, the question remains: what happens when the supreme leader is no longer supreme? If you found this story eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden empires of the world's most powerful figures. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Iran ready for a future beyond Khamenei?